Did I fix it? Fix.
There's a delay probably.
Yeah, hold on. On the stream, I just hung up my phone. Hey, I fixed it.
Hey, okay, we're back.
All right, and
Can you
audio
hear us
update.
now, honey?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would have let that roll the whole time. That was
There we
embarrassing.
go. There we go.
All right, I just have to make sure because I think what happened was there's a conflict between using it on my GarageBand for the recording and using it on the software for the streaming, but apparently it's going. It says it's recording, and we can hear it on the YouTube, so I guess we're good.
Sweet.
Sorry, everyone. You missed out on some great content there. So you're going to have to go ahead and download, go to jerseystudios.net or braininvaders.info to download the beginning of this episode that you may have missed. Episode 46, Chuck.
46. We're
One more month, and
we're away.
we're at a 50.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta figure out what we're gonna read for our.
Yeah, we got to figure out what we're going to do for that, aren't
Yeah.
we? Actually, one more week marks the year inception anniversary of the show. November 8th at 8 p.m.
Okay.
We
Yep.
met at Pat McGovern's.
Yep.
To
After going to the butcher shop.
Does that mean we went to the butcher shop in November?
Yeah.
We went after Halloween?
Oh yeah, I think we did. Wait, no. Yeah. No. We went
Where
the
were
weekend
we?
before, so we went.
Oh, that's right. We went to Pat McGovern's today. No, like 3 days ago last year.
Yeah.
And then in 5 days is when a year ago is when we had recorded episode 1. And then we put it up like 3 days later.
Yep.
So we've almost hit the year anniversary. But it's, we'll probably mark it with the 50th anniversary, 50th episode.
Yeah.
Because that's
the
more
best way to go with it.
That's more notable, right? So, but still, when we get there, we'll sing happy anniversary or something. Okay. So we were at Crypticon, and we were talking with a listener. Shout out to MC.
MC Chris?
Yeah, he listens.
He listens to MC Chris?
Yeah, MC Chris.
This
for
guy
the win.
is very awesome.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I said that when we get back in the studio, we are going to do Chuck's Toy Box Part 2. So on the live stream, which, by the way, this video will be cached and kept on YouTube, you can go to jerseystudios.info and click on the YouTube link, or jerseystudios.net, click on YouTube, and you'll get into the video, or you'll see the videos. But we have 2 cams. One will be close-ups of the toy that we pull out of Chuck's Toy Box. So if you didn't listen to Chuck's Toy Box episode 20-something, go back and check it out. It was a lot of fun. Basically, Chuck, you've been collecting for how long?
Way too long. Oh, great. I know my son's watching. I've been collecting toys for, God, if I had to come up with a actual time frame since I was a kid, obviously.
Decades.
I mean, Star Wars, with the early 80s action figures.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think we talked about it before. I started with Star Wars, traded those in sold them at a garage sale for G.I. Joe, Transformers. Played with those for a long time. Sold those off, and I don't know what I got after that. I think that's probably about the time I really got into video games. And then I started collecting, or when I got old enough and started working at KB Toys. That was after the movie theaters. Started working at KB too. No, it was between movie theaters. Worked at 2 movie theaters. So worked at KB Toys for a while, amassed this big collection of toys because of the employee discount. And because of the when the merchandise came in, they had that chase figure, the one per
one
box,
in box.
And I kept grabbing those. And at one time, I had, especially during that time frame, about $3,000 worth of toys. But then I realized later on in life that I should have been buying all those clearance video games, not those toys, because the video games are worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
The toys are worth nothing.
Yeah, the bottom really dropped out on most toys.
Yeah.
That's why when we were at Crypticon, I was looking at some toys like, oh, I should buy that because it looks really cool. And then I started looking up online. I'm like, that is double the price of the online, right?
Yeah,
so there's
exactly.
The market is for certain toys, right? McFarlane's license things for certain franchises. Those are just going to still have value. Obviously, Star Wars. still has value in package or even loose.
Hi, Vincent.
Hi, Vincent.
My
Mr. Shane is on the comment stream, and I'm not supposed to watch this while we're going. No, he's back.
He's back.
Yeah, he says remember McFarlane toys not worth crap these days, and then he says, oh, they do have value or something. So yeah, no,
certain ones do.
Spawn not worth anything, right?
No, in fact, I had some of the bigger premium Spawn figures that were worth a lot at the time, like Malbolgia, the big demon guy.
Yep.
He was worth a lot of money at the time, $60, $70. Not worth anything today. Maybe $10.
Yeah. But there are still certain McFarlanes that are worth money. He did like some sports ones too. Those are worth dog crap now too.
I got some. I think I had like a Kirby Puckett one or something like that. But
I actually bought. I had two ones. So I did have a the Trooper from
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, thank you.
Nice.
That I got that for $8 at a flea market.
What?
Sold it for like $120. Josh is still he's like, "What? You sold it? You should have given it to me." Which, hindsight and all that. And then I think I also got some military figures at a garage sale that were worth some serious money too. Those are McFarlanes. So I always look for McFarlanes. And you can't miss the package, right? Because it's it's like a square. It's the bubble on the left and the rest of the card on the right, and it's just it stands out immediately as a McFarlane.
Yeah, I think the other figures that are worth some money is the Twisted Psychos or whatever.
What are those?
I can't think of the name of them. It's like basically like Hellraiser type characters.
God, what are they called? Because I actually bought Tristo one, and it's in the other room. We'll check it out later. Yeah. But there's just a bunch of torture. Clive Barker, Tortured Souls.
That's what
Bingo.
It was. Yep.
Those are still worth some money.
Yeah, and those are the only type of action figures you'll ever see like that. Because I haven't seen any other kind of series even mimic those.
But the reason that they're worth money and they're still collectible is that the detail is incredible, and the license for some of those toys was not granted to many places,
right?
To many companies, right? Like how many Iron Maiden action figures are there? And yeah, maybe there's like posable karate chop kind of action figures. But these are always showpieces, right? I don't think you bought a McFarlane toy to play with, even open.
No, not really. Maybe, for the most part. I mean, that McFarlane was when it really became like, okay, you bought this toy to put up on your shelf, because it was so detailed and so cool to look at. It's going to be broken in 10 seconds if you really heavily played with it.
Yeah, they're not play for toys, which is why they were so elaborate too, right? They had like, I think the army figures I bought at a garage sale, they were carrying like metal detectors and rifles, and they'd have them in like really cool positions, but you could tell like if you flicked the rifle or the metal detector, it would just like shatter off.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like Crypticon Vincent wanted a Terminator figure. There was like the super nice premium. It wasn't McFarlane. It was some other company that did like insanely detailed figures, and it was $24. And I'm like, I would totally get that for you, but you'd break it, and it's mostly for a showpiece. It's mostly
he's not to the age of stick a toy up on a shelf. Quite
not
yet.
Really. No, he did.
He'll get there.
Yeah,
but like if people are watching on the stream, I've got. And unfortunately, the 97 Star Wars I'm pointing to up on the wall, they're not worth much of anything. Boba Fett's like $10. Leia in prisoner outfit, which we'll talk more about sometime, is maybe $6. Some of the Han variants are probably worth a few bucks, but the rest are like nothing. Clerks figures, those are all in box, hanging on the wall. Those are still worth money. Some of them are actually really rare and hard to find. And my Batman toys on that wall are both worth some bucks still. But yeah, I mean, going back to just toys in general, unless they're in box, they're not going to be worth too much money anymore, it seems.
Yeah, but even in box, it's
I mean, that's where like I was at a flea market with Josh, and this guy's like talking about Spawn figures, and he's like, I got 250 Spawn figures, and I'm like, you have 250 pieces of trash then, my friend. I'm sorry. Obviously, I didn't say that. I said it to Josh afterwards. Coca, did you fart? Can people smell that on the live stream?
Imagine the fart. You're just going right up your nose.
According to Shane, McFarlane was also making anime stuff for a while.
Yeah, he was doing some.
U.S. artists producing Japanese figures. Really odd. Coca, you stink. What did you do?
Something.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into it because, like I said, we were going to. Shane says, "What is the value of recycled plastic?" Yeah, right. We have Chuck's toy box. One of Chuck's toy boxes. Which I'm gonna move the camera here and show everyone. Chuck's lovely toy box. Chuck's gonna Vanna White it for us here. The shot is not gonna do it quite justice here because you won't be able to quite see all the good stuff that's in it. But I think what worked out really well last time was we just dug our hand into the toy box and we pulled out whatever we could find, eyes closed, right? So it was definitely a grab bag. So tonight, reposition the camera. We're gonna pull out some toys. Some of these haven't been removed in quite a while.
Not since the last time we did this.
I mean, and even before that, even longer.
Yeah, there's stuff we didn't even get to.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
will mention that some of this is my wife's stuff too. So.
Yes, we know. We had the My Little Pony last time.
Yep. Which we found out it was G1, yo.
Yeah. I think Josh told me about that.
Your hair hasn't been combed in quite a long time, Angela.
You haven't combed your pony's hair, Angela. Come on now.
I want to see this mess cleaned up. I want her cutie marks repainted.
Yeah, for sure. That's classic.
Let's get the dirt off there.
Okay, so what we'll do is, Chuck, you will pull the toys since it's over there. You're not going to look.
Okay.
You're going to pull it out of the toy box. You're going to have to dig a little bit, and let's just see what we get. So
I should have a rubber glove.
Can we edit in like a rubber glove snap noise right there? Yeah. Oh, that was good.
Lost the comb.
Oh, Angela lost the comb.
Just use your hairbrush.
All right, we're going in.
Going in deep.
And this is a large box. If you didn't see it or you're just listening to the audio, it's like 3 feet long by, I don't know, 2 feet deep.
Weapon heavy, too.
Yeah. Right. And poor Chuck hauled it all the way over here.
Better I cut myself and I'm bleeding profusely. Okay. Oh. Okay. We got C Enchantress Barbie in gold underwear.
This is Angela's.
I think it might be one of those random.
Oh my goodness!
Random.
This looks like a McDonald's toy. Yep, made for McDonald's.
Yeah, Happy Meal toys that I got.
So what we did last time was we looked at the stamp on the bottom, and we had to guess what the year was. So Chuck, this Barbie who is very scantily clad, and you would not get this at McDonald's today. When was this released?
I'm gonna guess probably 96 or 97.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah, it's not my wife's. It's
so it is Chuck's. We're gonna have to get a buzzer noise here because you are incorrect, my friend.
What?
I'm just realizing how close I pushed it up to the camera, and you can see her legs. I like Shane's comments. Shane goes, "Good cover, quote unquote, in quotes, wife. It belongs to my quote unquote wife."
It's
just
my
kidding.
wife. No,
it's Chuck's.
She just texted me and said, "Not mine." So, it was during the time where we hit McDonald's quite a bit.
Sure.
And we always got Happy Meals. I actually had a bunch of Power Rangers from McDonald's in here too, somewhere. A bunch of other miscellaneous Happy Meal toys, but. We just got to the point where we got so sick of like eating the full value menu that we just went with the Happy Meal because it's just a little cheeseburger and fries, and you actually get more in kids meal half the time than you do in regular meals.
And you get a toy.
So
it is actually 1992.
92.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's an old
92?
one.
No, that was before my wife.
Well, you just blew your cover there.
Whoa!
What are you doing with this?
Even then, I don't even remember exactly.
Yeah. Made by, obviously not made by, but copyrighted by Mattel. 1992, made for McDonald's.
That was high school days, so I acquired it somehow. I can't remember.
You can put that one back in the box, Chuck.
Put it back deep in the box.
there was a lot of comic book toys in there as well. I mean, we pulled out the cool Wolverine who had the projector in his chest, which when we were at Comic-Con, I actually found one in a box.
I think it still works, didn't it?
Yep. We had it going. We were showing some scenes from it.
It's going to work very well on camera here.
Or at all.
Can you see the 92 X-Men cartoon off of his chest?
No.
Yeah, it projects images not very well. It's not.
And the button is on his butt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's hold it up there. Can you see that? Nope.
Yeah, that should go into the list of inappropriate toys. I saw one today. It was a list of action figures that look like they're really constipated. And there was a Wolverine on there.
I can see that. All right, so let's go back into the grab bag here. Chuck is going to close his eyes.
My wife pointed out it's another woman's Barbie, which is true. It might have been my girlfriend at the time.
You have another woman's Barbie.
Yeah, all my dirty laundry's coming out.
Oh, jeez.
All right, we have a
Pokemon. I know what that is. That is a Voltorb spinner.
It just spins, isn't it? No.
I think you have to press it down to activate the spin on the. But these were really cool. So this would have been 1999. I'm gonna guess. When the first movie came out. Boom, 1999.
Nice.
And it is copyrighted. This is how you know it's old. Besides the date, this is copyrighted by Nintendo. Any Pokemon toy, I'm pretty sure anyway, will be copyrighted by the Pokemon Company now because they own all the rights to it.
Actually, do you know what fast food chain had the first license for Pokemon?
Burger King.
Burger King? I thought it was KFC.
Oh.
KFC had the
first place I got the toys was at Burger King.
Oh, okay. Actually,
because you got them in the Pokeballs. Yeah, that was Burger King.
Okay, no, there was a KFC. I actually had those in another box somewhere, but KFC Pokemon toys. The little stuffed figures.
KFC Pokemon toy. Yeah. So the cool thing with these was, I don't know if the run at Burger King lasted. It didn't last long enough to do 150 Pokemon, but they were very popular at the time. Because this is when Pokemon was just exploding like crazy.
Yeah.
I had a lot of these. I had a lot. But these were the spinner ones, so.
And where are they now, Thomas?
They may actually still be in the toy box at my mom and dad's house.
Nice.
I'm not sure. Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
It did something.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to like wind it up a little bit.
I remember. So, yeah, you just hold it sideways. And then
ramp it up and now it goes.
Well,
there.
No, it's supposed to work better than that.
That's supposed to go on its top. Do you know how to tell the difference between a Voltorb and an Electrobe? Whoa.
Electrobe.
Oh my God. I don't remember what he evolves into. Electrode. Oh my God. Duh. Anyway, do you know how to tell the difference between a Voltorb and Electrode?
How do you tell the difference?
Besides the facial expression, the Electrode will be red on the bottom, white on the top. The Voltorb is red on the top, white on the bottom.
Whoa.
And then obviously the size as well. The Electrode is much larger, of course.
Just notice part of one eye has like a big bulge on top of it, kind of like a raising eyebrow maybe or something like that.
Yeah, Voltorb was a very ill-tempered Pokemon. This is a very cool toy, though, so don't lose that one.
Don't lose it. It'll be fine.
It won't get lost. It'll be lost in the box, but that's it.
But beyond that, no, it's in there. All right, we're ready for number 3?
Yeah, let's keep going. I love the Chuck's toy box. Chuck?
Yes.
I like your box.
Thank you.
Shane
dusty,
says, does the KFC Pokemon toy smell like 11 herbs and spices? Oh, I remember these too. These were Tiny Toons.
Elmira.
This is another. Here, I'll leave it from the camera here for a second.
It's
another Happy Meal toy. I'm gonna say this is 91, 2, or 3.
I'm gonna go with 92 again.
92. Yep. Warner. 1992. So they made a bunch of these, didn't they? And they were all in cars with something
Like
this doesn't work quite as well
Buster
anymore.
Bunny, Dizzy Devil, and
Yep.
a few of those guys.
So you would roll it along, and the wheels would activate, in this case, a spinning platter with a rabbit on it.
I want to love him and squeeze him and hug him until he dies.
That's right.
From a deathly grip. But
yeah, we'll leave that in front of the camera there. Lots of toys from Happy Meals.
Yeah, I ate a lot of Happy Meals.
Although this one doesn't say manufactured for McDonald's. I've been to a lot of garage sales where people have these kinds of collections, and they're selling them like quarter-piece toys.
Oh yeah, there's always a box.
I've dug in them before, and
of Happy Meal toys.
Yeah, I found some good Pokemon toys actually.
I was tempted to get some Beetlejuice toys that I ran across one time. I probably should have.
You do know they're not worth anything, right, Chuck?
No, but they're Beetlejuice toys. So
for sure. Chuck's going back into the box.
Gotta get back to the box.
While you're pulling that out, did you do anything for? I saw it. You don't think you can hide that? Did you do anything for Back to the Future Day?
Well, I failed miserably because I was working 12 hours those days. I actually wore my Back to the Future shirt on the day before.
Oh,
Back to the Future Day.
Okay.
I was thinking it was Back to the Future Day because I saw a post. I'm like, oh crap, it's Back to the Future Day.
One could argue that you were in the past and you had your DeLorean and you traveled in time, yada yada. There's something there.
Although, there's a Back to the Future documentary which I discovered on Netflix.
I just saw that Netflix too.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my list.
I started watching it. It's actually pretty interesting. It's not too bad.
Okay, no, you stay down.
No, this was
So
a
we have
phenomena at one point.
This is a California raisin, which honestly looks like a California piece of crap.
Yeah, they
with arms and legs.
For those who don't know, they were singing raisins. They did what was it, Marvin Gaye's I Heard It Through the Grapevine?
Honestly, this was before me.
Yeah, that was like when I was in
because this particular toy, this is dated, if I'm reading this right, 1987.
Yeah.
So I was just after the California raisin craze. I do seem to recall commercials with them on there, but tell me, was it a TV like cartoon show or what was it?
No, it might have been a cartoon show on later about it, but no, it's just commercials.
It was commercials. Just California raisins. Were they trying to sell raisins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a commercial for raisins, and they were so insanely popular that and it was just commercials. Just kids loved the commercials. Like every time they came on, it was just like, oh my god! It was like a stop motion animation.
Yeah. And they would play. They have a singer. They had a saxophone. Did they not?
Guy, I believe. Yeah.
They must have had a guitar.
Yep, guitar guy. And they sold these figures at. I think they actually sold them. I don't think they were part of a Happy Meal. I think they sold them for like $4 at a Hardee's.
Oh, okay. So now we're in a Hardee's meal.
Yeah.
God, you remember Hardee's? Oh,
Hardee's used to be phenomenal.
Hardee's still is
they
phenomenal.
They took a nosedive. I mean, they had the greatest like kid stuff. Like when Gremlins was huge, they had the book and record storybooks.
Yeah, the ones where it'd be like while you're listening, turn the page, hear this noise.
The chimes ring like this. Yeah. But that was those books were amazing. I remember having to go to Gremlins was one of those movies when I was a kid that I was like scared of, but I thought it was so damn cool, and I had to get
Gremlins 1.
Gremlins 1.
Okay.
I like the second one.
Well, I love the second one, but it's not scary at all.
It's not scary.
Goofy
it's
as
hilarious. Hell. I mean, there's some moments that are like, whoa, but yeah. But yeah, I had to get the whole collection of the book and records, so I was like begging my parents all the time, like, let's go to Hardee's.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think I got most of them. I didn't get them all, but I was actually at one of the record stores not too long ago, and I actually ran across one of them. I'm like, oh, I remember those. But yeah,
with
Hardee's. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The book and record. And then they also had the, when Ghostbusters was big, Ghostbusters 2, they had these sound effects machines.
Okay.
Which, if you heard the sound effects, nowadays you'd be like, oh, that's the generic grenade toss. Like,
oh, yeah. You'd cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember those.
This is when those
Where
first
did that
came
soundtrack come from? Because that soundtrack is on every single toy that does like the space ray gun.
Yeah.
You'd press it 5 times to cycle through the sounds.
There's still a lot of really cheap toys,
Oh,
generic toys that
that'd be
come
really
out with
cool
those
to see
sounds.
where that soundtrack came from.
But that was like when first time I heard it was like
Mhm.
those Ghostbusters sound effects machines.
Okay, so it wasn't
And
even a Ghostbusters sound. It
wasn't from Ghostbusters, but it made it because it sounded kind of Ghostbustery ish. Like
they
with
just slapped the chip inside of a toy.
slap the chip with the little
Ghostbuster on
speaker,
it.
and then put the Ghostbusters logo on top of it.
Nice. And
So-
did they put a Stay Puft on it or something? Or
No, it was just the Ghostbusters logo with the two, and there was different colors. There was
of course, you had to get the
so
different
There's
variants.
a black one, there's a red one, I think there's a white one.
They must have broke the bank making those.
Yeah, but of all the toys, I mean, they really nailed it. Hardee's did. Now Hardee's offers these days is the most ridiculous hamburger, like the hot dog burger, and just you look at their burger menu and it's just so.
No,
sickening.
they have like the what do they call them? Not 6 pound, because that'd be insane. Like silver dollar or nickel burger. Oh, what are those called? Hardee's. They're like, don't eat them if you want to live, kind of.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
What are they
like
called?
let's just stack as much meat on there
Hardee's.
as we can. People like it.
Half-pound Tex-Mex thick burger. That's it. That's what they call them.
But no, they had a hot dog burger recently.
That sounds awful.
It does sound.
That sounds beyond terrible.
So.
Oh, the double all natural burger. That sounds. Okay.
All right.
I for a second there was gonna say you want to go to Hardee's later, but then I went to their website to find the name, and there's a picture that popped up. And I'm like, no, thank you.
Oh, is it a bad picture?
It's just a picture of a burger. I'm like, that doesn't actually look appetizing.
Actually, the worst thing about fast food, not too
Shane
many
wants to go
people.
to White Castle.
I love White Castle.
Shane, I'll go to White Castle.
Oh yeah, the deal with White Castle, the reason why it gives everybody the slider effect is because it's cooked in onion water, and produces a lot of gas and kind of pushes everything.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just wanted to share that with you because my
Never
brother.
mind, Shane. I don't want to go there.
I'm gonna release some brother stories here. He actually worked at White Castle for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and he had to go to the emergency room one night.
Because he ate so much White Castle?
He ate so many chicken wings.
Oh.
It totally messed up his system. And,
Oh.
I think it clogged it really bad.
Oh.
He had to go to the
I thought we were talking about toys.
well, you mentioned White Castle. I had to go there.
Oh,
So yeah, my brother
gross.
actually went to the emergency room because he ate too much White Castle.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. But he's the one that told me about the onion water thing. Because before that, people would always be like, "Oh yeah, you don't want to know what's in the White Castle," and then they'd talk about bloodworms and all kinds of crap.
It's meat. Not a lot of meat. They're very thin.
Very thin meat.
You know what? Let's not talk about it, Mark. I might want to go there still later.
Okay.
Depends on how I feel.
All right. So.
All right. Let's see. What are the odds of us not getting a? Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say not getting a Happy Meal toy.
Yes, Ninja Turtle line, but can you guess which Ninja Turtle line this came from?
Yeah, this would be from TMNT 3, fondly referred to as Turtles in Time. This would be, and I know this because I just recently watched it, one of the Royal Guard. I don't think it's Ginsu or Kenyu, whatever his name is. I think it's one of the generic Royal Guards that showed up inside of when the Turtles moved down into the abandoned subway.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was my favorite
He
Turtles
switched with.
lair.
That's the guy who switched with April, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're totally right. Yep, you're totally right. Here, I'll put it up to the camera there. I'm curious now, was this part of this must have been part of the TMNT line then. 93 Mirage Studios Playmates. Playmates made a ton of Simpsons toys. You ever seen those?
Oh yeah.
Oh, those are such good toy sets. 'Cause there's so much extra detail to them, but
Yeah, I had a few of the figures.
It's got cool action too.
I have the April figure. I think I had one of the turtles from it. But
Arguably, and everyone disagrees with me when I say this, but TMNT 3 Turtles in Time is my favorite Turtles movie.
I just like the first.
The first one is so boring, Chuck.
Why is it boring?
Because
you know how mind blowing it was to be like live action turtles.
But they're
Shredder actually looks cool.
Raphael just complains the whole movie.
Yeah.
There's literally where he's like, "Why is everyone so sad? I'm hungry," and he's like sitting in the tub.
Yeah,
It's
Corey
so
Feldman doing
boring.
the voice in there.
It's so boring.
But how was it boring? You had fire, you had ninja fights, you had Shredder getting compacted in the garbage compactor.
That was okay.
Oh, and then you had the ultimate kid dream of the underground skate park arcade, and
that was the number.
That was in the first one.
Are you sure that was number 2?
That was in the first one. That's when they had the
That's when they recruit the
crime syndicate.
Yeah, because in the first one is where April's boss has the kid who is a little ruffian, hellion.
Yeah, Sid.
Yes. Yep. Number 2 was good.
Was Go
2
Ninja
was good.
Go.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Go Ninja Go with Toka and
Razor.
Toka and Razor.
Razor.
Yeah. And the scientist and the ooze.
Which reminds me, I don't think I've seen them yet in the new series. Toka and Razor. They got to put them in there somewhere. They put Bebop and Rocksteady in there, and they did
Bebop and Rocksteady. Yeah.
Really good job with them.
How about Crane? Is Crane in there?
Oh, there's a whole army of cranes.
Nice. So Crane inside.
I don't think there's any specific. It's not a specific crane. It's like a whole
Dimension
army
X.
of. They have Dimension X. They have Crane Prime, which is voiced by Roseanne Barr.
Really?
Yeah.
Funny.
So yeah, that whole series is just amazing. But everyone looks at it like, oh, it's cartoons, meh. But yeah, it's definitely one to check out.
Okay. So we gotta cycle out here. So again. This is what we think is the one who got traded places with April.
Yeah.
In TMNT 3, that is a black box.
It's a black box. I think I know what this
black
is
briefcase.
for.
This probably has a McDonald's toy in it.
Nope. It is a...
Oh,
no, it's part of a robot. I don't know if the robot's in
part
here.
of a robot. That looks like a key.
It's a police robot.
Zap?
Yeah, it was like a generic robot line.
It's so generic that there's absolutely no identifier on this anywhere.
That's something awesome. Oh, if we run
not even inside it.
If we run across it, I'll pull it out.
All right, I'm gonna call redo on that one.
Special mention. Tiger Electronics Ninja Fight.
These were awesome.
That was my Game Boy.
Yeah,
before the Game Boy.
Tiger made tons of these
Actually, it might have been after
games.
The Game Boy.
I forget what the actual there's a name for these where basically it's pre-rendered animation, like the cells are like you're
LCD. What do they call it? LCD.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
I forget how you would say this, but yeah, they were. There's no batteries in it.
Oh man, I gotta throw some batteries.
Dude, it's not corroded. We could definitely play this. 2 AA's and we're good to go.
Sweet.
1988. Ooh, nice. Street or Ninja Fighter, excuse me. Sort of like the Game & Watch kind of figures too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a bunch of those. I had a Double Dragon one.
I would be surprised if these were worth money.
Let's check it out.
So this is weird. On the front it says 1991, but on the back it says 1988.
What?
Which means this is probably this plastic case is probably reused when they made them in 88, and they slapped a sticker or a rubberized plastic piece on the front that says 91.
What country is that made in?
China, obviously. Yep, China. Yep. So, I mean, why else would there be a 3-year gap on the dates? Otherwise, that was just very strange. Anyway.
Yes.
What do you got next? You already know what you have.
I got a figure.
You know by feel. Hey, Jason, the red power. I had every single one of these Power Rangers.
Wait,
you know what's cool about this? Put it up to the camera. Put it up to the camera.
Ready?
Yeah. It's morphin' time. No, wait a second. I think he only morphs into Power Ranger. Yeah, he doesn't morph out. I had all of these. I had Jason. I had Trina. I had Zach. I had Billy. I think there was still a Tommy one. Who I forget? Oh, and Kimberly. I had the Pink Ranger Kimberly as well.
Wasn't part of the original set.
No, but he had one, the flip head.
Did he
Mighty Morphin action figure. Yeah. So yeah, these are cool because if you didn't see it on the camera, right? You push the morphing button, the little morphing belt buckle, I guess they wore, and you push it, and they flip. How cool is that?
He put his helmet on.
Dude, this was dope. And you are actually missing the little blaster rifle that went with these guys.
See, nowadays you don't have that flip action. Nowadays it's like, oh, here's an extra head. You could switch it out. So like, if you want the sunglasses version, you can put the sunglasses version. There
Like
you go.
the Joker, wooden Joker.
What was it? It was at Toys R Us, and they had God, what was it? I want to say it was like Terminator or something like that. But yeah, you can get it with sunglasses or with battle damage, or you just switch his head out. Oh no! It was Agents of Shield, Agent Coulson. You can switch.
Oh, you know what's cool about this guy?
Face.
Check out what's cool about this guy.
What's
You
up?
can use his hand to flip
push his own
button. I had it working once. Oh wait, he's already morphed. He won't morph back. No, these were awesome. Now, unfortunately, they sort of look dopey by today's, or just in with 27-year-old eyes, as opposed to what would this have been? This would have been 1993. So as opposed to 5-year-old eyes, my 22 additional years of experience have taught me these kind of look dopey. Actually, they kind of have
for the time. That's actually pretty.
Hold on a
pretty
second.
good.
Let me take my headphones off for a second. I gotta grab something off the shelf. You can vamp, Chuck.
Vamp. Blah! I am Chocula. Good evening. Yes.
They kind of suffer from the same syndrome that the
yeah.
Power of the Force characters do, where they made them extra broad shoulder and extra beefy. Yeah, here. So you can see, obviously not the size, but the broad shoulder aspect there on the camera. By the way, if I didn't tell you already, thank you for recommending. Shane says stop, Chuck. Thank you for recommending these bases. These are really, really nice. This is little. If anyone out there collects loose action figures, you need to get these discs. These are. Forget the actual name of them.
They're on Amazon.
They're like star discs, and they go. But basically, they're. Just go to entertainmentearth.com. You'll find them there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're on Amazon as well. The cool thing with these is there's these just simple plastic discs. They're wide enough. The base is wide enough, but it only has one peg. You know why it only has one peg, Chuck?
Because there's only one peg hole
No.
in the. No.
There's plenty of peg holes, and each foot has one.
Oh,
But
so you can position your figure the way you want to.
and how would you be able to say each figure has the same distance between legs?
That's true.
So,
That's the other reason.
and they do not fall down. They will not fall down. None of my figures have fallen down. Now, unfortunately, the figures that were made in 1970s and the early ones, the first run of Star Wars toys from Kenner had larger footholes. So larger footholes means that these discs won't work.
Yep.
So what I tried, and I failed on, I'm going to try again, was melting a little extra plastic on top of that one foot nub. And then like shaping it a little bit, but it kind of turned into a globby mess. But they're like for 30 of these for like $9, basically.
Yeah.
You can get these,
and you can actually get them specifically for the older Star Wars.
Yes.
So
Yep.
if you have a bunch of the older Star Wars, or if you have a mix and match, just get a bag of each.
I mean, any action figures. If you like I said, if you collect any loose action figures, definitely check that out. These just say Entertainment Earth on the bottom, but I know you can get them on Amazon, probably from 9 other brands.
Oh, yeah. Now we just had the Red Ranger that you press the button and just flipped out.
Yeah.
Now
what
we
do you got
have
now?
We got Batman, but then you can take his if I remember how to do this exactly. Take his cowl off, his gloves off.
Hang on a second. I'll be right back. I gotta get something to entertain the dog.
The dog is bored, so yeah, you just take off like all of his accessories. So a little time consuming, but eventually you get hold on, there's like a little thing back here. You get Bruce Wayne. So here's his bat suit.
All right, I overheard you saying all this, so I know what you were talking about. But
so yeah,
I'm surprised you haven't
difference.
lost any of these. Well, that was the other
there's
thing
a boot
that
missing, but it's probably in the box somewhere.
The Power Rangers, these 93 ones, these Mighty Morphin Action ones or whatever, they're very large. I mean, this is huge.
Those figures are pretty big. I mean, even that was a smaller version. There was the what was it, 10-inch ones?
Yeah. Yep.
And then of course
too.
the Zords were
My
like
buddy
that
Shane
big.
had the 10 or the large ones. I don't know if either of us had any of the Zords growing up.
Yeah, Zords were stupid expensive for that time frame.
Now is that a Keaton?
Yeah, it's Keaton.
It is. Okay,
Definitely.
so it's in his likeness.
You have the eyebrows and everything. So it's,
God, he had the black turtleneck. Oh, that was my least favorite Batman in the world.
Yeah. What, you didn't like Keaton as Batman?
Ugh.
Although I was, like, when they announced Batman 89 was coming out and they said Jack Nicholson was the Joker and Michael Keaton was Batman, I'm like, wait a minute. Beetlejuice is going to be the stiff Bruce Wayne? How does that work? So it worked out pretty decently, I think. And even then, I didn't expect Jack Nicholson to go as nuts as he did with the Joker, which was pretty amazing. But
this is interesting with this guy. His glove that you can remove, he's holding the batarang by default with the glove.
Yep.
It does not come off. I guess it's not a big deal or anything, but it's sort of interesting way to not lose the weapons. Because when you buy loose Star Wars figures, for instance, they almost never have weapons with them. This is sort of silly one, because look how big the gloves get there. They're so much bigger than his wrists or hands.
What was really annoying is when you
they're like little boot covers. Oh, that's cute.
When you
this is the chess piece. Nice.
Had the Transformers that formed like the bigger robots.
Yeah.
There was always a hand missing or something that,
or like Voltron that did that.
Yep.
Did you see the picture of the Voltron Josh got at the flea market?
Oh, the giant one?
It was like $25. The thing is easily worth over $100.
Yeah.
Not a single piece was missing.
Yeah, and the
Not
one
a
I
single
saw at
piece.
I think it was at Hot Comics was 125 or something like that.
And I bet it was missing the characters inside for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, the characters inside are the part that's missing the most, I think, from that. All right, who would win, Batman or the Red Ranger?
I would have to say Batman.
I have to agree with you.
Because Batman trained for years and, knows ninja stuff and detective stuff and, built himself up. He just got a power ring or whatever the hell it was.
Power ring?
What was it that they used? A morpher or something like that?
It's like a little morphing belt buckle thing.
Buckle, yeah.
And then Billy made the little communicators that made the best noise ever.
Yeah, because without that, he's nothing. Whereas without the suit, Bruce Wayne would totally kick his ass in a heartbeat. So I'm gonna give it to Batman.
Well, Jason
he beat Superman, so
that's true. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna get into this with you. You're clearly of the mindset that Batman wins.
Ultraman!
Ultraman! Now wait. Oh, there goes the camera. Ultraman, what have you done?
Ultraman failed. He didn't stand properly. Is the camera okay?
I'm sure it is. It's a little USB webcam.
Okay.
Right. Actually, some listener on PepGak is one who told me about these, and I realized that we had a whole extra bunch at work. So these are technically on loan. Now, the only reason I know anything about Ultraman is he was just featured, or not featured, but he was just mentioned on an episode of Comic Book Men. Actually, it might have been an old episode that I rewatched. Where...
Yeah, that's right. They did mention it at one point.
Oh, I got a sneeze coming. That's riveting audio. Where basically there was an issue where a certain country released these and you couldn't export them out of the country or something like that, or they were illegal. I don't know what they were saying. There's a different variant. This one looks... Now, tell me about this particular one, because this thing weighs like... Actually, we should really throw it on the scale. I think it weighs like 1/9 of an ounce.
I think I picked it up at KB Toys. I remember watching Ultraman. They actually showed it on... What was it, Fox? I think it was on Fox.
I don't know much about Ultraman.
It's basically, it was a Japanese guy. I think he worked at a power plant.
1990.
And then whenever monsters attack, it was about the time Power Rangers came out and Masked Rider and all that. But
he does look very Power Ranger-ish.
He hit like a power rod or something like that. And they actually reference Ultraman in Ready Player One too. But he hits something and he gets super gigantic and turns into Ultraman and defeats whatever monster. It's the whole Gaiju thing, like Godzilla and Mothra and all that stuff. But I don't think Godzilla was in that series at all. Or
hold on one second. We have another very important viewer.
Oh yeah, that person would know.
We have executive producer Mike Hanks.
What?
He says, wish I had more time, though, tune in for the live broadcast. He must be busy. Well, bless your heart for joining, and also thank you for saying bless you when I sneezed. Appreciate that. And if you know anything about Ultraman, please let us know. All right, Chuck.
All right.
What I have lost count. I don't even know how many we're up to. But let's go again.
I just want to point this out. I got a lunchbox here.
Yeah, this was sitting on the top. Wait. Thermos?
It might be a thermos in there. Or an old sandwich. Oh, there is a thermos.
Oh, I wish it was an old sandwich. That would rock.
That would be amazing.
Now,
this
lunch
box would
boxes
smell a whole lot different.
Yeah. Lunch boxes were plastic for the long or metal forever.
Yeah. I used to have a lot of those when I went to kindergarten and stuff. I had a G.I. Joe in kindergarten.
The only lunchbox I can remember was a purple Aladdin that I had at Hutchinson West Elementary, so I would have been in
There's a little bit of food in there.
Let me see.
A little bit of residue or something in there. I think that was probably like the last school lunchbox I had.
Oh my God, there definitely is food in there. Hold on, I don't know if we can get that on camera. Do you see the little scraps of food in there? Oh man. Mike is still packing up Halloween decorations, and he knows nothing about Ultraman, like so many other things he says. Did you? Oh, I don't know if I want to open the thermos.
Try it.
So the thermos now has this little cup that goes with it. And you take the thermos off, the top off the thermos. Oh, I'm so worried that's gonna smell like you left some milk in here or something. It's gonna be the most rancid thing in the world.
I hope not. Is there anything in there?
It just smells like the plasticky smell of that box.
Okay. Nothing too bad.
1994, Marvel Entertainment Group Incorporated Spider-Man.
Wait, 1984?
94.
Oh, 94. I'm like, what?
Yeah, if it was 84, it wouldn't be plastic.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah, because I was bringing my lunch to work, and
I was gonna say you must have gotten this. Is this one you had in school? This must be one that you just acquired. But I gotta say, it's got beautiful artwork on the front.
Label's a little wrinkly.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a sticker, right? It's not printed on the box, but it is an official thermos lunchbox. It's I don't pretend to know too much about them. I know a little bit more about the metal ones, but still very cool to have in there. I mean, this is actually a shelf piece. I would say you should have that on your shelf.
I got too many things on my shelf. In fact, I gotta get more shelving. I went to Salvation Army, and they had this really cool like 70s retro looking hutch. And I'm like, damn it, I want it so bad. It was like very cheap, and I had no way to get it home.
Yeah, we got the that green corner piece in there for like $15 at a garage sale, and I was like, Trista wanted it, and I was like, this is great because I put all my toys on it and her toys on it, and I think that's where we put like the Star Wars glasses and yeah. All right, here, let's take the lunchbox. What on earth? This is a arts and crafts project. It looks like.
No, it's a Cabbage Patch Kid.
But the hair. Oh, the hair is real. Okay. It's a Cabbage Patch Kid.
It's another Happy Meal.
What's CPK?
Cabbage Patch Kid.
Shut up, Chuck.
Oh wait, that briefcase. Police robot.
Oh.
So.
Wow, that looks way more baller than the
I don't know about this
briefcase.
pose, but
hang on here. Tell us a little bit about this guy first.
It's an angel. It's a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Are you sure that this is where the briefcase belongs?
Yeah. That buzzsaw looking thing on the front. That's what goes in the briefcase, I believe. I think he had detachable arms or something like that. It was a generic line of like robot figures, and you could tell they came from Japan. They just repackaged them or something like that, or repainted them.
Yeah, definitely, because okay, here, I'll put it back on the camera so people can see it. The pose is really strange.
Yeah.
You know that it's repackaged because it's got this word police on the front, and it's just a sticker that they slapped on there. And also, there is no... Oh, wait. I
picked it up because it looked really awesome.
It's got hair in it. Underneath the butt. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
1988 Toho, Takara, China.
Huh.
So it's made in China.
Maybe it was just from China.
But it is a
very Japanese looking.
It's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, that'd be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's got 17 points of articulation, Chuck.
And this is back
That's impressive.
When toys didn't really have that much articulation.
This is late 80s.
Yeah.
This is pretty impressive.
Yeah. And they were dirt cheap, too. I think we got...
Oh, God, I can only imagine.
It was like KB Toys, and it
Oh,
had
wait,
the,
there's a couple more because these little... Oh, those
you
are
broke
detached.
it.
No, they're detachable, so they don't
Okay.
count as a point of articulation. They just happen to rotate.
There's
inside
more
the head.
accessories to it, too. They're probably in the box somewhere, but...
This is neat.
Yeah.
I like this buzz. Oh! The buzzsaw actually spins.
Yeah.
That's cool. Here, let me put it back on camera so I can stop. I'll stop hogging it. Chuck, you get to play with these anytime you want. Did you ever say that when you're at a friend's house playing with your friend's toys and you can play this anytime you want?
Yeah.
Who'd win? Generic police robot or Ultraman?
I gotta give it to Ultraman.
Just because he's got the word Ultra in his title.
Yeah.
And we know a little bit more about him.
And he's human, where the other one is... well, we don't know if he's like a mech or anything. Or
Yeah. Oh, I don't think he's a mech.
but not a mech, but what do you call it? What do you call it with the robot with the person inside?
A mech. That'd be a mech, but I don't think he's a mech based on
No.
there's no...
Yeah,
no room.
There's no like elevator going up to his crotch to with the control panel and stuff
Or
like that.
yeah.
So I don't know. He might just be a regular cop with armor on. There's no information about this guy, but we know all about Ultraman.
Dude, I bet... Hold on. I'm going to hold this one off to the side because I know I can look him up. All right.
All right. Good luck on that, by the way.
Well, I've got enough distinguishing marks on the back, on the butt.
Fine.
All right. Let's do one more, Chuck. Dig
One
deep.
more?
Dig deep into
right.
that box of
Try
yours.
to find something funky.
By the way, 1 year from tonight, Mike will be in Vegas. Mike, isn't that when we're going to be in Vegas? I'm going to be in Vegas too, aren't I?
Most likely. Yeah, I think we're all going. Okay.
Brain Invaders,
Brain Invaders in Vegas.
Yeah! That'll be awesome. All right. Wow, you are really digging deep
Trying
there.
to find something unique.
Chuck is actually inside the box.
No.
You're not supposed to look. Oh, you could put that one back. It's another Tiny Toons. Yeah, see, this is another vehicle. This is like a steamroller kind of thing.
All right, let's go.
Where this would be Tweety Bird is running over to Putty Cat, but it's the Tiny Toon Tweety, 1992. I have no idea.
All right, this should be. Oh, here we go.
Whoa! Can we show that one on camera?
Yeah, it's another Spawn figure. Angela.
That was actually called Angela?
Yeah.
You get something on your hands?
No, it's all dusty and
toy
feels
residue?
nasty and residue, yeah.
This is really scantily clad. You have the sword in there? This is the sword, Chuck.
Sure, it's in there somewhere.
I'm looking under the underwear, but only to see where the designation might be as far as the year or any information on who made this. And that's weird because I'm not seeing anything.
It's got to be 90.
Well, it would be a Spawn.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it would be no, maybe not McFarlane. I don't know.
No,
who
it's
else made
McFarlane.
anyone else make Spawn toys?
Yeah. Well, you got Spawn's logo on the side of her head.
Well, I know that, but I mean, did anyone else make them?
No, it was just McFarlane.
Dude, I broke it.
Broke her?
I lifted her arm up and it broke the
Shoulder pad?
The pauldron. I'm sorry, Chuck. I'll give you the $4.
There goes the value.
I'll give you the $4 for the figure.
There goes the 20 cents.
No, how did this not you know what? I bet it's just because it got old. But
Probably.
I lifted her arm up. All right, let's put her on camera here. Do I have to? You want to be a star, don't you? We showed that one, I think, on the last episode. There we go.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, baby. What is that?
That's one of the gooey guys from X-Files.
Oh, that's right.
Another McFarlane. He doesn't stand very well.
McFarlane made these? He made X-Files toys too? Wow, I did not know
Here's
that.
his cocoon.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
Okay, let's get back to Angela here.
We already sort of talked about Spawn toys. They're just. I think what really happened was the market was flooded with them, and the number of people who bought them just kept them, and there's just so many on the market now.
It's a lot of stuff at the time were just marketed as like, hey, this stuff will be valuable someday. So get this priceless artifact and stick it up on your shelf and
like a Beanie
feel
Baby kind of
special.
thing.
Oh God, the Beanie Babies.
Have you ever seen like there's a really short doc on it called Bankrupted by Beanies?
Oh,
You seen that?
I've heard the story about the guy that spent like his family's entire money, like $100K or something
it was
like that.
the 3 kids college ones. Yeah, it's like an 8.5 minutes. Search YouTube, Bankrupt by Beanies, and just the here I'll show you, but just the thumbnail. You can just see this guy's got hundreds of Beanie Babies behind him, and a shirt that says something about "I love Beanie Babies."
Oh yeah. That's one thing I'm like I didn't think that was gonna. I mean, there were some insane prices going for those, but I knew that was gonna fall off eventually just because of how convoluted it was.
My my in-laws actually would buy, and they sold full sets or rare ones during the craze. I think they have a bunch now, but they were like ones that they just intended to have, like they're opened up and whatever. But I guess they did make quite a killing on eBay selling those back in the day. So I mean, it's like with anything, if you get on at the right time,
yeah,
you're gonna you're doing right. But if you buy them to keep them for a decade, right. But the thing with Beanie Babies is that they tie, right?
Tie, yeah.
They would like retire them, say we're never gonna make these again.
Get them now.
Therefore, it's valuable but they made 10 million of them, right?
Yeah.
And
so
it
they're
was
not
like
gonna disappear anytime soon.
Some of the things about those there's still some money in the ones that are defective, right? And so like Homeboy's only got one eye or something. Maybe that's worth some money. I don't know. But I think that's with all toys, right? Defects. Like most notably recently was the Samus amiibo.
Oh, with the 2 arm cannons.
2 arm cannon, double barrel arm cannon. Something like, what was it? I want to say it's $5,000 or $500. It was $5,000. Someone bought it for on eBay.
Probably 5,000.
It's just a crazy number.
Sounds insane.
But not anymore, I don't think. All right. Should we pull one more toy?
One more toy?
I'm gonna pull one of mine.
Okay.
Just because I wanted to talk about it.
Land speeder.
Launch. This is actually called a launch speeder. I don't know why I grabbed this. It's not that exciting. It's a land speeder from Star Wars, Power of the Force. Obviously, figures sold separately. The thing that was cool about this, though, is it had a button to pop open the hood. The shifter, right? It was a sticker inside. The shifter dropped and raised and lowered the wheels. And
wheels?
Yeah, right. It had wheels on it. In fact, so did the one inside the movie. But
it did.
They had, I think it was Vaseline on the lens to blur out the wheels.
Yeah.
So it didn't really hover, kids. Sorry to burst that bubble.
As much as you wanted it to, it didn't.
So we have a table full of toys here, ranging from Power Rangers to Batman and Spawn.
Video games instead. Like Little Samson, the stupid game that's going for $400 a copy or more, probably thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
It was like clearanced in the bargain bin. Anyways. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, $10 a copy, like 40 copies in the bin. But anyways.
and the thing is, you can't do that now. You can't be like, I'm going to buy 1,000 copies of Call of Duty because in 6 months you're going to have 1,000 pieces of garbage.
Yeah.
And they won't go back up.
Like
these are.
There was a time when Call of Duty kind of held its value, but now that they're releasing them ridiculously every year, they went down to nothing right away. So
that's unfortunate. Well, I don't want to leave it on a down note here with that. We got to bring it right back up. Let's see. We talked about Crypticon. We talked a little bit about our Halloween excursions. I think we covered all the news. And all this stuff. Anniversary coming up. This is episode 46, so we're going to be having 7, 8, and 9, and then 50 to get up to the 50th episode.
Yeah.
We're live on YouTube. Tap, tap, tap. You can catch this on jerseystudios.net. Oh! Let's end on this.
All right.
Buy a t-shirt. Buy yourself a jerseystudios.net t-shirt with a logo crafted by none other than my brother Josh, and help the Brain Invaders out.
Yes.
All right. Well, maybe we'll do
We're
another.
out of beer.
We're out of beer. I was about to do a Christopher Walken there. We're out of beer.
We're out of beer.
That's bad. I can't do it. Can't do it at all. Anyway. All right. Maybe we'll do another Chuck's Toy Box episode. What I would actually like to do is
I'm gonna get gloves next time.
Get some Thomas Toy Box going in here. I've got.
Just bring my other toy box.
I actually think most of my toys are up on my wall, but my parents have all of my my brother and mine Thundercats toys.
Oh
yeah. In fact, I was home. This is probably about a year ago now, but I was home and I pulled out the Cat's Lair, the Thunder Tank. The Fist Pound. No, I don't think we had it, but I don't think we have it anymore. And I pulled out all the figures that we have: Lino, Panthro, Chitara, Tigra, 8 or 9 variants of each one of them. The mutants and Mumra, and I stood them all up, and I have this great picture I'll show you sometime.
Didn't their eyes light up or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, that was the cool thing about those. So so it was all of the good guys basically. You had this little cylinder. A little power-up cylinder or something, and inside you put a AAA battery. You closed it up and had a metal tip,
or
a copper tip or something, with a ring and a pin, right? So it was tip and pin, or tip and ring, whatever. You'd push it into the back, and there was a circuit inside, or not even a circuit, just some wire leading up to their eyes with 2, I don't know, would have been LEDs in the late 80s? Some light.
And it was probably like a little light bulb behind, and then they had the colored plastic that
yeah,
made it look like
that's probably it. That's
made it look
it.
like LEDs. But
yeah. So yeah, their eyes would light up red because when Lionel would say Thundercats ho and call the Thundercats out to wherever they were in trouble, all of their eyes would light up and they'd insignias on their chests would light up. But the cool thing is we have like all of the weapons for him. We have like Chitara's staff. We have Panthro's nunchucks. We've got 8 or 9 swords of omens. We've got like Jackalman's club. It's just thanks to my mom for keeping all that stuff and not getting rid of it because it was fun to pull it out, and I probably will take them at some point if Josh is okay with that because I know he has Lino, but I want the whole thing.
Did you ever get the full size sword and lion's claw thing?
The claw shield, no. The sword of omens, maybe. I don't recall.
I vaguely remember some.
I'm sure there was a sword of omens. I mean, God, this was like the height of 80s toy mania, right? There was probably a toy for everything.
My brother got into Thundercats. I never had any of the
really
figures myself. Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean, I liked the cartoon show, but I never got the figures.
Okay.
And toys and
no,
stuff.
the cartoon is amazing. I have the DVD downstairs, the first season, and then I have all the other episodes and acquired other means. And I actually have the Blu-ray of the new series that's more anime-ish, animu-ish.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things on that.
It's so hard. Josh and I tried to get through it. We couldn't. I think we got to like episode 9 and it was just like, what are we watching? This is
like
not Thundercats.
The new Voltron series. I tried to get into it and it just doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah, they kind of had an interesting plot to start with, whereas the team is no longer the team. They decommissioned Voltron pretty much, and then you find out that there's still some stuff happening secretly with Voltron that. The team is still working with Voltron, and I don't know. I didn't get much further than that, and they tried to recruit some kids to join their cause or something like that. But the animation and the dialogue was just really tough to.
Remember the PSAs in 80s cartoons? They would do public service or announcements for kids, like don't do drugs and clean up litter.
God, I think there was like a Muppet Babies one.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of the Captain Planet one that I can see about littering because it was great because at the end of the episode, I think it was even after the credit roll, and you'd see it's like, oh my God, it's on again, another episode, another cartoon. No, it was just like a PSA with Captain Planet telling kids to like pick up their garbage and throw it in the bin at the park.
Yeah.
Anyway,
just like G.I. Joe.
you know that it's time to end the episode when we start rambling about 80s cartoons.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for sticking with us here through another episode of Chuck's Toy Box. If we get some positive response, we might do, like I said, Chuck's Toy Box number 3. Who knows? Number trace.
I'll bring a different box. For sure.
Yeah, and I'll bring some of mine, and we'll see what happens. Tune in next week for another fine edition of Brain Invaders. But for now, we leave you with some music here. So my name is Thomas.
And I'm Chuck.
And your brain has just been
invaded!
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Or a good day. Whichever one, depending on when you're listening.
I said good day.
I said good day. So I stopped the recording, but now I have to go over to the other app and stop the streaming.
Oh, the streaming. This is the bonus content for the people that watch the stream.
Should we do a little bonus riff here?
Bonus.
For anyone who's still listening or who goes back out to YouTube to watch the video later? This is a special. You're not going to get to hear this in the episode.
Pulling one more toy out. Okay, I was hoping for something more exciting, but...
Nope, throw it back.
Let me get something good here.
Come on.
It feels something. No, that doesn't work.
Oh, God, how grody is your hand right now?
It feels really funky.
Oh.
I need sanitizer.
We got... Oh, yeah, there you go. Is that Captain America or it?
It's the apocalypse.
It's Apocalypse. Yeah, okay.
Oh, and Wacko Yakko and Dot.
Ooh. Okay, let's talk about Animaniacs just for a second.
DJ Mix 1998.
Okay, we got 3 things here. This is going to be a super bonus for those who are watching the video or the live stream. Yep. Okay, so first, what do we do first? Okay, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. She's the cute one.
I'm cute.
This TV show, this cartoon was...
amazing.
It was really good. And it was not ahead of its time, but it was one of the first things or earliest cartoons for kids that I can remember that, looking back at it now, also catered to adults.
Yeah.
So they would have people like Regis Philbin on, right?
Yeah. They referenced a lot of golden age of Hollywood.
Yeah. I also feel like they had some dirty jokes in there, too.
They did.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but if I search for one, I'm going to go ahead and say Animaniacs dirty jokes. And, here we go. There's a BuzzFeed article in April 24th, 2015. 18 adult jokes in Animaniacs he totally missed as a kid. All right, I'll link this in the blog, but I'm just going to scroll to the last one. These are really funny, actually. Okay, hold on. Let's go to the last one. Oh, my God. These are really bad. 16, 17,
let me follow along in my
18.
book.
Ha! Oh, my God. This is really bad, actually. So, okay, number 18. This would be Yakko. Yakko was the tall one in the beige pants. Wacko was the blue shirt, and Dot was the female one. So Yakko is telling Dot, "Dust for Prince." And she says, "I found Prince." And she's holding up Prince, Prince, Prince. And Yakko goes, No, fingerprints. And Dot goes, "I don't think so." So
never mind that. Just give me the bird.
Yep.
We can't. This is a family show.
So okay, we'll post these or this link rather to the BuzzFeed article. Sometimes BuzzFeed is on point. Sometimes BuzzFeed is awful.
Yeah, it can go either way with BuzzFeed.
All right, who else you got there?
We have the star of the new X-Men movie, Apocalypse. Hi guys, I want to destroy the world, and because I feel like it. He's from Egypt. He's been around for a long time. He's one of the first mutants in existence or something like that. I can't remember much about him.
Figure.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. 1991. Yeah, on Marvel. I don't know nearly enough about Marvel to speak to characters like that. But But you're saying he's part of the new movie?
Yeah,
he was
he's
announced?
he's the main bad guy of the new movie. Like in the end of the last one, Days of Future Past, they show this kid in Egypt doing something with a pyramid or something like that. I can't remember what happened. But yeah, that's him. So he's going to be riding in with his 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Right.
And gonna take out some mutants and take over the world and destroy it or something like that.
Nice.
So yeah, right. he's a bad mutant.
The bad Mama Jabba.
Bad mofo.
And you pulled out something that happened to be attached to Apocalypse's legs.
Yeah.
What do you got there?
It's a promo piece for when I worked at Sam Goody. And
God, Sam Goody.
Remember the
We've
CDs
talked about Sam Goody.
with the long security
Yeah. You'd buy them and you'd have to get the security case removed. Best
Buy was selling the CD for $13. We were selling them for $18.
Seriously? That much of a difference?
Yeah. So,
wow, I didn't know that big of a difference.
15 of pop music's biggest stars in DJ Mix 98. Oh, the
so it's this little lanyard that you were wearing. Ask Me About
It. Yeah.
Volume 1 DJ Mix 98, 15 of... Oh, my goodness.
I think I had the CD. I don't think I have it anymore, though. But.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about this. Other than I'm glad you kept it, but it's a crummy little laminate.
I think I kept it just so I could use the lanyard for something.
No, you kept it because you knew in 17 years that we'd be recording a podcast, and you knew that this would be a valuable thing to show those who stuck around for the video stream.
It's kind of like the intro music. It's like, I made this. I know I need it for something. I just made it. And then, sure enough, years later.
Boom.
Our theme song.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for sticking around for that video or for coming back and watching the video on jerseystudios.net and clicking on that YouTube link. We can sign off one more time.
Sure.
And I'll be ready to click the button here. So for the Brain Invaders podcast, episode number 46, Chuck's Toy Box Part 2. My name is Thomas.
And I am the Chuck.
And your brain
has been invaded. Pikachu, I choose you.
And my